Hey, what's up? Alan here from Damn Good Reviews. So today I have the Perlesmith PSMFK12 TV mount. Now you may have seen the unboxing video, but for the most part I'm getting ready to mount. This is a 32-inch Roku smart TV right here by Element. So I'm going to mount it on the wall, and this Perlesmith TV mount will actually, I think, supports up to like 55 inches max, so 32 to 55. Maybe a little bit bigger, so don't hold me to that. But in the unboxing, I showed you the nice black powder coating of this, but it's also really heavy duty metal and not like one of those cheapy ones that you're going to pick up where things are bending. And the great thing about this is not only do you have like a 360 motion when it's on here, but you can pull this out from the wall or leave it flat. So that's really great depending on how you want to use this and how you want to adjust the TV. So you can install it like on, masonry if you have brick, or like, concrete in the basement, studs, metal studs as well, and they include everything. The other great thing about this is, so I already took off the mounting plate, which is included on here. So you see kind of how that sits. If I put it on the right way, that would help. But it sits on there. There's two metal screws that go in there to hold it into place once it's on. But then you can see you have a bunch of different holes here for the different size TVs. And then additionally, they give you some additional mounts. So if you have a much bigger TV that requires, I think it's the 400 millimeter hole design, you have that. Also in the box, you have all the tools that you need for the most part, besides like a screw gun to drill the holes into studs. So you'll need that, as well as probably a screwdriver, but all the different mounts as well as different bolts and everything that you're going to need to mount it to the TV, you have right there. So the first thing I'm going to do is I took those bolts off and I'm going to mount it to the back of the TV. So when I mount it to the back of the TV, what I want to make sure is not only when I put it on, it is the correct way to sit on the mount, because we want it to lock in place here this way, but also with the screw. But then I'm going to put some standoffs in there as well, because the screws included are a little bit long and you don't want to go too far into the TV and break it. So what will happen is the standoff, which they include, is right behind it, and that will go into this and then essentially into the screw mount into the TV and hold it in place and hold it a little away from the TV as well. So that can also help with some heat dissipation too. So I'm going to go ahead and put the last one in here. Put that through. And you can just hand tighten these down and then go ahead, get a screwdriver and then tighten them all in place, and they should be good to go. Now kind of what I'm feeling here actually is that they are already tight. So that's telling me that I probably need one more standoff in there. So I'm gonna have to back these out and put in one more standoff, because that could be an issue. So the issue here that I ran into was the holes where you put the screw into, the bolt into, is actually pretty shallow. So even going through this with the riser, it still was sticking out and I couldn't do that. So there was no other screw options in the box there. So I went back to some other packs that I have left over from other installs, and I found some shorter ones here. So that's going to be, this is the size that came with it, and these are the shorter ones, which should be fine. And then what I'm going to do is I'm still going to put the riser on it, but I'm going to also need just a washer to keep it in place. I wish they had more, especially the shorter one here, but they did not. Just something that I ran into that I felt you should know about. So I can show you what I'm going to do here. Just going to put that through and then go ahead and just put that in. And I'm just going to hand tighten these down. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same with all 4 of these and get that good, and then I will tighten it with the screwdriver. Do not do it with the impact driver. You will rip the thing right out of the TV. Alright, so what I'm going to do is just going to hand tighten these down with a Phillips head screwdriver. Do not do it with the impact driver. Like I mentioned before, you will definitely damage the TV. And that's it. So that's on there. Again, this is off of the TV a little bit because you do have some vents, so it will help the heat escape, whatever heat's back there. Next, we're just going to take off the power cord a little bit, because I don't have that far to go on the wall there, and we should be good to go. So next up is I'm going to put it actually on the mount, and I'll tighten it into place. So here we're going to put it up on the wall. Now this is just wood studs behind it, and I found the stud for the most part because typically the electric box is going to be nailed into a stud. So I can hear on this side there's nothing, and over here there's definitely something behind it, which should be the stud. So the next thing you want to do is you want to make sure that this is straight. So if I look at that, if you look at the bubble up top, it is, let's just knock the top over a little bit there. And then that should be straight right there. So it might not be straight with the outlet cover. Don't worry so much about that. Once I have that set, I'm going to go ahead and mark the centers. And then for going into the wood stud, it's going to require just three of the lag bolts. So I'm going to go ahead, use a drill to make a pilot hole, and then put the lag bolt in. All right, so this one, the stud is actually, of course, right next to the electric socket. And when I first did it with the socket plate on it, it ended up pushing this too far away because this is a pretty wide, wide bracket, I guess, to drill through and mount. So it was on the edge of the stud, so I kept slipping and missing. So what I did is I took the faceplate off and moved this up pretty much over it. And I've done this before on other ones. So I'll probably have to either just put the plate on top of this or actually trim the plate a little bit to fit nice and snug. And that tends to happen a lot of times if you don't have a stud in the middle or you're just working with one of these single plate type mounts. Not a big deal, just keep that in mind. So I did a pilot hole drill into these, got them started, and then we're going to use these, I believe they're lag bolts, put it right in there. And then you could use a socket wrench to, put them in place. But what I like to do is I put it right on my impact driver and just put it right on there. Get it started right in place there. So if you do it with a socket wrench, it's going to take a lot of power. And now before you do that, of course, you want to make sure that everything is still all nice and flush, which I actually checked before, and it is. We're right in the middle of the bubble level there. And even if you're off a little bit with these type, it's not that big of a deal because you can obviously adjust it, a little bit from the tilt and also the motion to the side, depending on what you need. So I'm going to go ahead, finish screwing that in, and then we're going to mount the TV. Overall, this has been really simple and straightforward as long as you have a few little power tools. Might need a stud finder, if you're looking for that, but otherwise really easy to do so far. What I did was I actually used the socket on the impact driver to get it really snugged up. Seemed to be good, but I do want to just go in and hand tighten it with a normal ratchet. You can see, because you don't want to go all the way, I don't want to split the wood or anything like that. Just go ahead, do a little hand tighten to it, make sure it's good. This is not going anywhere, especially with a 32-inch TV and how light they are these days. So now that's all set. You'll see that I put the plate back on top. It kind of sits on this a little bit, and it's not a big deal. You're going to only have one or two things plugged into it, and if you want, you could always take this plate off and just trim it so it sits flush against that. Totally up to you what you want to do. All right, so now we're going to mount the TV. You can see on the back of the TV here, it looks like almost like a snowman design there, and that's going to align with this little round area with the lip. I'll put it over it, and then it will sit down on top of it. All right, so there it is. So it locked into place, and it sits down, so it pretty much locks, but that's not the last part. I have those two little screws. Let me grab them real quick. So these right here came out of that mounting unit, and it has Phillips head on it. And I'm going to put it in the back after I make sure this is nice and straight where I want it and tighten it all down. So let me go ahead and do that. So I do realize it's a little bit dark back here, but this is where those other screws went in, down here. And then once you find the angle, the tilt angle, you're going to come back with the wrench they provide you and tighten that down into place. And if there's anything that's off tilt or anything, you can go back, loosen things up, and then retighten it. So this is pretty much up now. That was really pretty simple to do. As long as you have all the tools, probably will take you about maybe 10 to 15 minutes to really put up, but otherwise it was really simple to set up and install. Really heavy duty, so even this is a 32-inch that's not even that heavy. My guess is that some of the heavier TVs would be really, really easy to work with. So that right there is the Perlesmith TV mount.